What's up, it's Eddie C here. I'm gonna do a quick video, bulb replacement for my headlights, change it from the stock to the LEDs. I picked up a set of lights on Amazon. This is the one I got. There's a ton on there, but this is the one I picked, about 38 bucks. I already did one side, so I kind of know how the process goes. So just want to show you what I did, and you know, let's go from there. All right, let's get into it. This bike is pretty simple to get to the headlight. Hopefully you can see it down there, but there's just a small dust cap here, and all you have to do is twist this. The toughest part about this whole process is reaching in a small space. It's accessible, but it's kind of tight. Just turn that cap a little bit, and then this comes right off. Got the cap, and then if you can see right there, that's the plug. The bulb is right there. So the next thing you want to do is just unplug it. So you see this is the plug right here, and this is just going to come straight out. So you just want to see, and now it's unplugged. And the other thing, if you can see, it has this metal clip right here. So the other thing you want to do with that is unhook it. On the other side, this is well, it was actually flipped around on the other side. This part here was on the top, but this is the high beam. So this whole light assembly, it looks like it's flipped around on the high beam side. So if you can see that little clip right there, you just want to push this in to release that, because this is what's holding the light in place. So it's going to give that a push. All right, so if you can see that, now this piece is unhooked, so that just slides right up. Let's see, that slides right up, and now the bulb is free. You can pull it out. Hopefully don't drop it like I just did. But anyways, that's how you take it out. Next, let's take a look at putting a new one in. All right, so the one recommendation I would have if you do get this set is make sure you compare the bulb you're putting in to the one you took out. If you notice, on the stock bulb, has a little bit of a little recessed ring right by the plug, which is where that little metal clip sits in. On the other bulb, on the new bulb that I put in first, it was locked in this way, with the recess facing that way. So what I had to do on that one is just take this off, flip that around so the recess is facing out. So that's just something to look out for. Compare it to what you're replacing. Make sure if it is flipped around that you have the recess on the back side, not on this side. One of the nice things about this plug is that it has direct insertion, because in that little compartment in here, there's not a ton of room, especially if you want to put that cap back on. So that direct insertion helps save space. You don't have an extra wire, but it does give you the wire if you want to use it. You can plug this end into the light, and then you still have these wires here. So it gives you the option for both. On the first one I did the direct insertion. The wires fit in the compartment nice, so I'm gonna try to do the same thing on this one. Just put the plug right here, plug it right in, and then the light goes in. So the next step, the plug here, just gonna go right into the plug there, which is pretty difficult with one hand, so I'll do that and then I'll show you how it looks after. All right, so now we have the plug in. You see it sits nice in there with the direct insertion. One other thing to take note of is this has a little tab right there. So you want to take notice where that tab is on the stock, or the one that you're taking out. For my low beam, it was straight up and down. It was at the top. But for the high beam, like I said, it was flipped around. So the tab is at the bottom. So you just want to take note of where that tab is and put it in the exact same way. It's actually the only way it's going to sit in there. So probably the toughest part in this entire process is getting this wire piece around that little ring in there, that little recess that I showed you earlier. It does work. I did it on the other side. You have to kind of angle it in there, angle the light in as you're getting this ring, the wire around this ring. You kind of have to do that at the same time, which again is kind of, I would show you, but it's kind of impossible to do one-handed. Plus, if I was filming it, all you would see is the back of my hand. So I'm gonna work on doing that and then show you how it looks when it's in there and secured with the wire. All right, so I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this, but I decided, since I couldn't see it from the top side, to just stick my phone in here to try to see it from the underside. So hopefully you can see that. And you just want this pin here to get clicked into the slot. So I'm gonna see if I can get my hand to fit down in there and secure that clip. All right, not sure how good you can see that. I tried to get a shot from underneath, but as you can see, I have the clip in there now. What I kind of had to do is put the clip in as you're kind of angling the bulb in place, and then once it's locked in, then your bulb is going to be, you know, solidly in there, not going to be bouncing around and coming out. So it takes a little bit of finagling. I kind of got big hands, so it's kind of tough for me to get in there, but I got it done. The clip is in there, the bulb is there. So now the last thing we have to do is just put that dust cap back on. So if you notice here with this bulb, it sticks out a lot further than the original. So I was kind of concerned that the cap wouldn't fit, but if you notice, the cap is pretty deep, so it does fit for this particular bulb. It worked on the other side, so I'm just gonna stick this on, twist it, and I'll show you how it looks when it's all done. All right, one thing to mention about the dust cap is that it has 3 tabs. 1, 2, 3. But if you notice, one tab is bigger. So you just want to make sure you have that at the right spot, or else it's not going to work. All right, so as you can see, we got the cap back in place. It fit. It was a tight fit, but it fit. It's nice and tight on there. All right, let's see the finished product, see how these bulbs look. All right, so let's take a look at how the bulbs come out. All right, you got the low beam there. High beam there, nice and bright. All right, I think we're good to go.